Welcome once again as we talk Georgia Tech women's basketball with head coach MaChelle Joseph. Her team off to a 3-1 start on the year, and as much as I know coaches like to win every game, the fans have seen a lot to be pleased with so far from your team.
Yeah, we're really excited about the start that we've had. You know, the fact that we were able to go up to UConn and play as well as we did right out of the jump. You know, first away game with 10 freshmen and sophomores. I was just really impressed with the way our team handled themselves on the road. You know, it was like UConn would make a run, they would get up 10, and we'd come right back. And it seemed like we were very resilient, especially down the stretch, you know, to make it a 3-point game with 3 minutes to go. And before Alex Montgomery went out injured, I thought that, you know, that showed a lot of character for a young team. And then the way we've responded, we came back, you know, we've beaten Kennesaw, we've beaten Mississippi Valley State, and getting ready to start a really tough stretch with Georgia State on Wednesday night in here. But then we go on the road with Texas, and then we come home, we have Michigan State and Georgia. So it's not getting easier, it's going to get tougher, but I'm very pleased with the start right now at this point in the season.
The UConn game had plenty of highlights. Let's take a look at some of those right now. We saw a lot of Mo Bennett in those highlights. It was a coming out party for the freshman. She had 19 points in stores.
Yeah, one of the things we knew about Mo coming in, you know, is the fact that she was a great scorer. And for her to go on the road in her first game away from our arena and go for 19 points, she hit her first 6 shots. It was really impressive. But, you know, the thing that I was impressed with the most with her is also her rebounding. And she came back the next game against Kennesaw State and led us in rebounding after leading us in scoring at UConn. And then she was named the ACC Freshman of the Week for her performance in those 2 games. And it was just really great to see her do so well at the beginning of the season. I think if she can continue to make that kind of impact, that just is going to help us down the stretch in the ACC play and beyond.
As good as Alex Montgomery and Aisha Hemingway were last year's freshmen, we're seeing even more good things out of them as sophomores. They both look like they added things over the summer to go into their second season here at Tech.
Well, I think one of the things about Alex is she's definitely stronger than she was a year ago. She can take more physical contact inside. She can score in a lot of different ways. She obviously, we knew she was a great three-point shooter, but she's added a mid-range game, and she can get all the way to the rim now. And I think that offensively, she's really takes care of the basketball. If you look at her stats, you know, she's playing 25, 30 minutes a game and not really turning the ball over more than 1 or 2 times a game. So I've been really impressed with that. And she's playing out of position at the point. So, you know, I think that she's definitely added some poise and composure from a year ago. And then Aisha Hemingway, we've moved her from a 4 player to a perimeter player, and that's a huge transition for anyone. But I think the fact the other night against Mississippi Valley State, you know, she had 7 steals, a career high. She's doing some things a little bit differently. We've challenged her to step up on the defensive end, and I just thought that she responded in a real positive way against Mississippi Valley State.
The Mississippi Valley State game was noteworthy as well for Jacqua Williams. She collected the 279th steal of her Georgia Tech career, a remarkable accomplishment. It's the best ever for a men's or women's player here on the Flats.
Right. We definitely knew, you know, 4 years ago, Jack, when I sat down and talked about her during her freshman year, what her goals were. And one of the things I remember us talking about was we wrote that number on her shoe and during her freshman year, that was her goal, was to break that all-time steals record. And to be here and be a part of it while she did it, it was just, it's a great individual accomplishment, but it's even more incredible when you think about for 4 years she was focused on that and was able to accomplish that goal. And now it's an opportunity for her to shatter it. I mean, the last 2 seasons she's had over 100 steals. I don't expect anything less this year. And it's great. Anytime one of our players is recognized with that kind of accomplishment, it's a great day for our program, and we're just really proud of Jacqua and everything she's done for Georgia Tech.
Looking ahead to the short-term future, we mentioned your team off to the 3-1 start, playing 4 games in 9 days, but it even gets tougher in many respects with the schedule coming up. Yeah. You've got Georgia State, you've got a nationally ranked Texas team coming up. When you do come back home from that trip down to Boca Raton, Florida, you've got Michigan State, Georgia. This is a very important stretch for your team, and one that I imagine, really want to see the fans get behind when the Jackets come home.
Well, there's no doubt. I mean, we're really excited about the opportunities that are ahead of us. You know, some people look at it like, wow, that's a tough schedule, but for a young team, it's an opportunity for us to grow and find out what the things are we need to work on heading into ACC play. And, you know, right off the bat, like I said, we're going to go down and play Texas, who's in the top 13 in the country. You know, a very competitive team that's got a lot of talent. It'll be a great opportunity on a neutral floor for us to see what we learned from the UConn game, and then we'll head in, play hopefully in the championship down there on Sunday, turn right around, come home, and then, you know, 2 days later we're going to play a very, very good Michigan State team. We'll probably come in here undefeated. They have a 6'9" post player that will be great for our fans to have an opportunity to see that type of basketball right here on our home floor. The Big Ten ACC Challenge. You know, I encourage everyone. It's December the 3rd. I just encourage everyone to come out and take a look at women's college basketball. You know, not very often do we get those type of teams to come in and play in Atlanta. And so then, you know, we turn around within 48 hours and we play Georgia, which we all know is a very, very important game, not just for the interstate rivalry, but for our program, for the goals that we have for this program to go to the next level. That is a huge game for us, and we will definitely, you know, a lot of times people say it's just another game. Well, it's not. It's not just another game. It's a huge game, and it's really important to our team, to our fans, and to our program. So that is on December the 5th at 7 o'clock right here in Memorial Coliseum. And I'm just hoping that all of our fans and alumni and all the people that support Georgia Tech and our women's basketball program will come out and support us and help us, hopefully cheer us on to a victory.
And again, tickets are available. Visit ramblinrec.com/tickets for more information. We look forward to seeing you here at the Coliseum for these big upcoming games. Coach MaChelle Joseph, thanks for joining us once again. Looking forward to our next edition of our program here on ramblinrec.com.
Thank you, Richard.
That's MaChelle Joseph. Thank you for tuning our way right here at ramblinrec.com.